Okay, we're live.
All right.
So shall we start by introducing ourselves?
Yeah. So who's gonna start introducing themselves? Oh, there's Irene again.
This is gonna be used to me, like talking and then talking now.
Um, I'll start since I'm already talking like crazy. So I'm Jake. Um, what do we what do you guys what do we want to know about each other? I'm a health psychology major, and so I study a lot of health science, a lot of nutrition, biology, and then mostly psychology. I only got a couple semesters left, and then I got 7 to 8 years of grad school after that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, a lot more time in school. I'll graduate here, and then I got plenty left. So,
You must have a lot of time in your hands.
oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
I work 2 jobs.
Probably
Got
not that much
students.
time.
Yeah.
It also says here, what is your favorite thing about this course? And I think you already touched a little bit about your career goals.
Yeah, and so my favorite thing about this course, I don't know, so I study health psychology, and kind of these models that we talk about in this course are the center of health psychology because most health psychologists are trying to apply those models to a variety of differing circumstances. Uh, I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I've already gone over every single one of these models in other classes,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's good to kind of have this refresher on them.
Sorry.
Who wants to go next?
Okay. Um, should I go next?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. My name is Blessing, and I'm from Nigeria. And this is my fifth semester. My major is public health. And what else? What else?
Trying to bring it up again. It's not coming.
Um, um, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm bringing up the thing so I can make sure I know all of the different things we're supposed to cover. Yeah, Irene, there's 4 of you now.
I know.
Oh man. Da, 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 da. So, what is your name? What is your favorite thing about this course? What are your career goals?
Well, I think I mentioned my career goals. I public health, hmm and also my favorite thing about the course is that it it focuses on my career because I really want to go into health, like the public health, and the it really focuses more like on my career. So I think that's why I love it.
Mhm.
Sounds
Yeah.
Hey, so Randy says that she's on hold. What's
Mhm.
that mean?
When she calls,
Yeah.
That's weird.
Good spirit of friendly.
man, she's having a hard time. Um, did you try inviting her again by clicking that invite people button?
Yeah, I did, but I can try it again.
Yeah. She could potentially use a separate email address, or option 3, I might be able to have her call my phone, and I might have a way to be able to hook it into the computer, or just put it on speaker and hope you guys can hear it.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah. So I just say have her call one of us, and we'll put on speakerphone and
Okay.
hope for the best.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Since I've been coming in and out, did I miss you, Lauren?
No, I haven't
Okay.
my introduction yet.
Oh,
So
no worries.
my name's Lauren. Um, I'm from Houston, Texas. My major is public health with an emphasis in health science. And eventually I want to go to grad school for my doctorate degree in physical therapy and open up my own
Good
clinic.
stuff.
Yep.
So that sounds great. Do you have a favorite thing you want to share about this course?
So your favorite thing about this course? I don't know, I think it's kind of helpful to learn about all the different theories and models. Being kind of being like a health educator,
Yeah, absolutely.
understand everything helps.
Absolutely. I remember I was in a major in health science, but they stopped offering it online, I think beginning of spring this last year or something like that. And so anyway, my name is Irene. I am majoring in public health with emphasis in health promotions and education. I have 2 semesters left before I graduate, so I'm really excited to be done. Like most of you, I don't think I'm gonna handle school anymore, at least for a little bit. But I do. I'm looking into possibly becoming a registered dietitian or a nutritionist in the future. I'm just gonna want to take a break because I've been in school for forever. Um, and then career goals. At first, I wanted to do another bachelor's in nursing because that's always been my passion to become a nurse. Well, first it was to become a doctor, but then it takes forever to become a doctor.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll just settle with nurse. I thought I could settle with nursing, but the more I've been exposed to public health and all these classes that I've been taking the past few years, I think my focus is diverting to nutrition and fitness. And then favorite thing about this course, it's very encouraging to like understand the people that we're going to be working with um, directly and understand why they behave in such a way. And so I really am very excited to be taking this class, breaking it all down for me. So I think that's really awesome and cool, aside from the technology issues that we've been encountering. So yeah, that's me. And I live in Boulder, Colorado. Oh, she
Nice.
is giving up and she said that she couldn't connect and that she's sorry that she'll see us next week.
All right.
So I guess
That
it's
works.
more of a,
Did you text her telling her she could call one of us?
well, I guess we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Send her a text. Say, hey, if you want, just call one of us, so we can put you on speakerphone, so we
You
can all
know,
hear you.
let's see if I can call her and if the voice is clear enough for everyone to hear. Put you on speakerphone.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so I guess let's see. Did you guys get to do the rest of our homework for this week for this class?
Yeah, just through the. So now we need to go over that model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because it also came up this week with my other classes that I'm taking. These
Uh-huh.
models are also part of the topic, so I thought that was interesting.
It's always fun when there's overlap.
I know, and that's how I plan my classes anyway. Like, I try to do them together that are somehow related to each other. All right, I'm calling her.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Randy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Welcome.
I can hear her. Can you hear us at all?
Well, I don't know what's going on. It usually works, but nothing was working at all.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Give me a second.
Can you guys hear her? Okay.
I can hear her. Yeah,
I can-
perfect. Fine.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm sorry. Even
well, I can hear them too.
okay, awesome. My Wi-Fi connection has been acting crazy, so I have to go back in and out of the conversation. So it's
Oh, gosh.
yeah, you're not alone.
That brings me a lot of comfort, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, hopefully next week it's better. I'm not sure though. No promises. So yeah, we were just talking about, ourselves, getting to know each other, and we were talking about our majors and career goals and what our favorite thing about this class.
Okay, sweet.
So, would you like to share?
Sure. Well, I am a public health major, and my emphasis is epidemiology. I used to be a health psychologist. I like about this class is it's a nice combination of both. I think my ultimate career goal is to work in Washington D.C. with their programs out there. So hopefully something works out in the long run, but we'll see. We'll take the baby steps.
Yeah, absolutely. See what's out there, right?
Did you say she was a health psychology major?
Epidemiology.
Epidemiology.
Yeah. How are you liking it though? Because I know there's a lot of statistics. Because I'm taking an epidemiology class right now, and there's a bit of math, and I hate math.
Yeah, I actually really liked the statistics. I don't know why, because I usually hate math too, but I really enjoyed that epidemiology class that I took too. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that sounds great. It works out for you quite well.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a favorite thing about this course, health behaviors?
Well, I do like a lot of the theories and the models that we're talking about because I think that they're super helpful whether you're pursuing like a career in psychology or not. And so it's just kind of cool to figure out how to understand like people's behavior and things like that.
Right. Absolutely. Totally agree. Thank you, Randy. So we were going to discuss about, just very quickly, review the model that we were studying this week, the theory of planned behavior.
Okay.
So anybody want to start on that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess simply, I should probably pull it up here before I talk too much.
And if you want to pull up your model table,
Add a little paper.
yeah, that might help.
So, I mean, we have the original model, which was the theory of reasoned action, right? And then it got changed to the theory of planned behavior, and they added kind of those extra things into it.
Right. So we're talking about like the behavioral beliefs toward attitude toward behavior, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And how intention drives behavior, and we have all those reconstructs that determine intention, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I thought this was very interesting because, when you're like a person for the first time and you have no idea who that person is, and then as time goes by, you identify their attitude, their subjective norms, their intention. I thought that this was really well put. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
there's a reason it's been a favorite model for so long for so many groups of people. A
Yeah,
lot of research done with this model.
it's like whoever made this, was it Eisen and Fishbein?
Yes.
Yeah, they were able to come up with legitimate terminologies to like name these things. And so if you're looking at the model and theories template, so I don't know if this has come up for you as well, but for me it has come up for the third construct for TBA, not TRA, but planned behavior, TPB.
Yeah, so the last one.
The addition of the perceived behavioral control.
Uh-huh.
It has come up for me for other classes that this is quite equivalent to self-efficacy, which was our topic last week too.
Mm-hmm.
What do
I
you
thought
guys? Yeah,
that's
what do
something
you guys
to
think
talk
about
about
that?
in my reading thing.
Yeah, let's see. Because it's defined as the degree to which someone believes they have control over whether they can take the action
Um,
or, you know, the strength of that belief. And so it really is interesting that that has been added on there, and we just talked about the importance of self-efficacy in changing behavior last week. And then also, just one more thing for me that I noticed is that it could be a possibility that there is a direct link, you know, for behavior from perceived behavioral control, that could, you know, change behavior itself sometimes. I guess not for the long term, but like for short term things like, you know, setting an exercise goal and you feel like you can do it, you change your behavior for that week and that's a change of behavior for you, not necessarily a long term commitment, but you know, it's change is change, I think.
uh,
So anybody want to add?
I think the thing for me is that the last three constructs that they added to like the theory of planned behavior, if you look at those three just as like themselves and not really look at the rest of the model, it seems like without those three, there are a lot of gaps in
yeah.
how they were perceiving behavior and trying to explain it. Because, like you said, like that construct 9, like the perceived behavior control, like just altering that a little bit can alter someone's like entire behavior. And so I think that those like definitely improve how we see it. And I think that like the way we like the theory is even better now. Like it explains a lot more, and I think it hits like it's a goal that it tried to do the first time.
Yes, very true.
And the last three construct, I think they are new, right? I think they are like new ones that was added to it. Yeah.
I think one thing that really stood out to me is when you look at the model, all the arrows lead to the intention of the behavior.
It's true.
And also, I think all the constructs they are like kind of similar. Like I don't know. I think they have like kind of a link to each other, kind of thing. Like they connect.
Absolutely. I think there's just a minute difference between these things, but they're all like, they're all in a package. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was very interesting. And like Lauren said, intention is really where it's at. You know, because if it says here in our readings this week that the intention is the immediate determinant of behavior. And if there's no intention, there's really no, because behavior is like the verb, and intention is like the drive. So I thought that was very interesting as well. It's the best predictor of behavior. Cool. Let's see. Let's go to part 3, which is applying the model. First question here says, what kind of interventions centered on the processes move people through the stages? And then discuss examples presented in your readings and how is the model used in these examples.
Oh, you're talking about the part 3?
Yeah, part 3. So
Part 3.
just to give you guys a little bit of a refresher, the ones that I listed down here. So it says here that interventions. So there was an exercise study that was created toward participation in physical activity, and the object of the study was to test the effectiveness of an intervention in manipulating the variables of this behavioral model, the TPB, theory of planned behavior, and exercise habits with high school students. And so the students were divided into intervention and control groups, and then a questionnaire was given out to measure the components of the theory, and another to measure exercise habits. It lasted for 12 weeks, and it included posters and lectures promoting participation in physical activity. And there were effective implementation of the intervention. So, for example, their attitudes toward physical activity gradually improved, and then their perceived behavioral control kind of went up, and then the intentions were there, and then there were some self-reported actual behavior that they noticed about after the study. So going back to the question, what do you think moved students over from one stage to another? Does that make sense?
Trying to understand.
Yeah. I think, like we said, with the intention, for them to move through the different stages to kind of change their behavior.
Yeah.
By looking at it, you see, we have to understand kind of like their ad towards the behavior, or like how they perceive the behavior, like all those different things to see if they're going to actually change their behavior. If they have the intent to change.
I totally agree. And I feel like, go ahead, Randy.
Is that Lauren talking?
Yeah.
No way! Hey, Lauren!
Hey, Randy!
We used to be roommates.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we used to be roommates.
Before I got married, we used to be roommates.
Oh, I was just gonna say you're roommates. Can't you just go over to her then?
Right?
Yeah, but I heard a familiar voice. Okay, sorry for the interruption.
No, that's fine. That's hilarious.
So wait, Irene, are you the only one not here in Rexburg, or Randy, are you gone too?
I'm not in Rexburg. I'm in Montana right now.
Oh wow.
What? And you didn't say why?
So.
That's crazy. I'm in Colorado, so we're the only ones that are not on campus.
Yeah, the other 3 of us are here on campus.
Yeah. So who suggested that you guys get together and just do one hangout for you 3 and then? Yeah,
I said that might be helpful. I don't know. We'll see exactly what's going on.
How your schedule permits, but that is such a great idea, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think my thought about this question for part 3 is that I guess knowing our target population, right? And these are high school students, and the question about what you think got them through each stage. I think it's the peer influence, don't you think? The social influence of going through this study with your friends and
Most definitely, yeah.
yeah, because we were once teenagers, and we all understand how powerful that is. Oops, I just lost Randy. Let me just call her back. But anyway, I think that was a huge factor, aside from maybe they felt great about doing physical activity with their friends, or, as their outcome evaluations, the results of their performance, or again, the subjective norm, what their friends think about it. If they're doing it together, the more possibility to get through the intervention. And then
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voicemail.
I guess I lost her. Okay. And then the perceived power, which is really the person's perception of how easy or difficult it is to perform. And I guess the competition must have done something with them as well, and helped them get through each stage.
Mhm. I agree with that. I think another thing is how more likely are you to actually go work out with other people or your friends than you are to go work out by yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
You're more likely to go with friends than by yourself because it's easier in a way.
Fun, yeah.
It's funner just to go with a group than go by yourself.
I've definitely done working out by myself, and kind of awkward and weird, and people are staring at you because you're by yourself. And it's funny because I had this class lesson a couple weeks ago about social isolation, and how that is such a big thing right now in our generation, that we would rather put headphones on and do our own thing as opposed to socializing with others. And personally, it's hard for me to socialize with others. I'd rather be by myself, but if I'm doing something extensive like working out, I'd rather be with someone I can talk to while,
Isn't that crazy how you, like, in different situations, how having someone around either makes it harder or easier?
Absolutely.
I think same thing with me though too.
Yeah. And it's very true, especially for high schoolers, go figure. They're probably doing bets on who can be the most active in the group or whatever. And that was, I think, yeah, we all agree that was a huge factor in this intervention. Cool. You're liking this. Okay. Part 4 is the scenario discussion for the application assignment prep. And I've started the application work, the worksheet, and it has a lot to do with our health interviews. But this is a good discussion point about Grace's scenario from the foundation folder, the sugar versus poison dilemma. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
I was really surprised with my answers. I feel so judgmental. Who wants to start?
So, okay, like for me, I think at first, Grace, I think she's morally okay, but at the same time, not morally okay, because I feel that she should have at least checked, like, what the powder is before, yeah, before, like, putting it in the stuff. Yeah.
First. I'm just kidding.
Not like to test it, like, but at least, like, find out what it is, like, inhale it or something. So I feel she's kind of morally okay, at the same time not morally okay, like in between. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's so funny. It's either morally permissible or morally forbidden. And it was like black and white for me. The first two, where she thinks the powder is sugar, and it is sugar, obviously, her intention is good. That's possible, right? And then when it was toxic, though she thought it was just sugar, I thought it was so permissible because she had no intentions of poisoning her friend. It was though negligent, it was an accident. So what do you guys think? Did you guys answer the same thing?
I had the same basic ideas. I mean, I don't know. It's always interesting with these scenarios.
Yeah, it was like there was no. It was either a 5 or a 4 and a 1. That was it for me.
Hmm.
What about you, Randy or Lauren?
Alright, I gotta reread the whole thing.
Okay, it's fine.
Alright, I'm trying to, like, I know you talked about it, I'm like trying to, like, I gotta visualize it. I'm trying to pull it up.
So it was that digital PowerPoint, I guess,
Yeah.
video PowerPoint thing that we had to go through. And at the
Mhm.
end of it, there's these series of questions you had to answer, and that's the part that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So it basically said that people judge by intentions. So, you know, if we have a friend who's intending for us to get poisoned, that kind of makes it not okay. And it said it actually touched on a very interesting point that our right temporal parietal junction can decipher people by their intention. But an electronic magnetic pulse can alter that, and our way of, you know, deciphering could change because of a magnetic pulse. And so that was, I thought it was interesting and funny. But basically, it was this girl who was preparing, was it coffee or tea or whatever with
I don't
sugar?
remember what it was.
Coffee.
I think it was coffee or something.
Yeah.
She was preparing this coffee for her friends, and then there were 4 scenarios. One was that when she was thinking it was sugar, and it was indeed sugar, was it okay or not okay? And then when she thought it was sugar and it was actually toxic and her friend died, was that okay or not okay? And then it just goes on with when she actually thought it was toxic and was going to poison her friend, turns out it was sugar and the friend didn't die, and then when it was toxic and she wanted it to be toxic, so on and so forth. And so it was just, you know, trying to see where our biases lie, I guess.
Just a minute.
Go ahead. And I guess the point of this is the question here is, where does each option fit in the morally forbidden to morally permissible range? Personally, for me, if the intentions were bad, they were morally forbidden, except for one time when it was actually toxic, but she didn't know it was toxic. It was permissible, and then the rest were just like, you're a bad person. Don't come close to me.
So it is okay to negligently poison people.
Yeah. Next time I'm not gonna order coffee or tea. I mean, I don't drink coffee, but I'm not gonna get tea from you. Sorry. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting thing, and I'm sure we're gonna see that again in our applications.
Well, I just quickly reread it, and you know, I think you're right. I think where you don't know that you're actually, you know, you're pouring it in, you think it's sugar, but it turns out to be poison. You know, you don't know.
No.
She didn't know, and her friend died. I think that's more like, you know, I agree. It's more morally permissible because, you know, you don't know. You didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's sad, but you know, it's an accident.
Yeah, I think accidents happen. I mean, yes, it did result in her friend's death, which is really sad, but still, an accident's an accident.
Very true.
You know, she didn't have the intent to kill her friend.
That's right. And that's what matters.
Yeah.
But I feel that the first one, that she didn't have the intent to kill her friend, but you know, it happened.
Yeah.
For me, I feel that it's not just like it's morally okay, but not okay. You should have tested it. That's my own judgment. You should have
like testing strips for poisons around your house.
Yeah, or something. But for the second scenario, like that she knows that she didn't know it was toxic, and then and her friend died. Well, I think that she is okay for that one. It's okay. Like I feel as if it's okay, kind of. Yeah.
Totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how we're all designed, is, we judge by intentions, and it's really hard to not, because what else do we go off with, really? Because like we've learned this week, intention is the drive, and behavior is just the action that exhibits the intention. Cool, very cool, guys. Let's see. So, Brandy, do you have anything to add? It's okay if you don't.
It was actually just fun kind of listening to your guys' answers and how similar they all were. Because, like, I agree with everything you guys are saying. Like, that's kind of how my answers were. Like, depending on where the intention fell and if she knew what was going on, kind of determined where I thought it fell. But I guess, everyone's different. But it was interesting to see that all of us kind of had a very similar answers. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yeah, and we went through this pretty quickly too. We're on step 4. Decide which member of your group will be the group leader next week. So, not me. I'm just kidding, you guys. So let's decide a time and a group leader who's going to be facilitating our discussion.
Is this a good time, everybody?
Yeah, I'm usually personally, I'm usually home by 5, but sometimes I may run late just depending on traffic. So latest would be, I'm fine between 5 and 5:15.
I think I'm fine with that.
You just choose.
So we do like 5 to 5 by 5, so we kind of have like a 15-minute window to get everything working.
We need that.
Yeah, 5 to 15. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So try to get on by 5. Hopefully have everything ready to go. Start at 5:15.
Yeah. And did you notice that it finally stabilized after what, like 20 minutes?
Yeah. We're not 12 versions of you.
So hilarious. Okay. We're hoping for better days. For a better meeting next week. Randy, is that okay for you? Between 5 and 5:15?
So between 5 and 5:15 next Friday, and who's leading it?
That is yet to be determined.
Did I just awkwardly volunteer myself?
No.
Yes. I'm not. I think it'd be good
so we can see you.
I volunteer myself as tribute.
Then you shall be the leader of the rebellion.
Awesome.
You are the Mockingjay. No. Okay.
Let me go get my bow and my arrow. We'll be good. Some flame.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you got it. So shall we do the rest of the week then? You guys? I mean the rest of the week, the rest of the, who's after Lauren and who's after that and all that stuff.
Okay.
I think that'd be okay. It'd be easier.
Just so
Yeah, Lauren, I can go after Lauren.
go ahead.
Then
Yeah,
I can go
after
next
Lauren.
after Jake.
You guys do what's it called? Who wants to go first?
So I'll go after Jake.
Yeah.
Okay. Jake, Randy, and how do you say your name? Gopit?
Yeah, Gopi. You said it right. That was
Oh,
perfect.
thank you. So Jake for after Lauren, and then Gopit and Randy. You guys?
I don't care. You just tell me when.
Okay, so let's do Gope, and then you are next after her.
Okay,
Okay?
sounds good.
Awesome. All right, and I think we are pretty much done. We just need to leave the Hangout, and I will post the recording online so we can get all credits. And
sorry, our difficulties today.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for making time for this, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you again next week.
All right.
Thanks, Andy.
Yes, and we are looking forward to see your face, Randy. That would be great.
I'll do my best.
All right. Well, you'll all
guys
have
have
a
a-
wonderful evening, and see you next Friday.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Correct.